Hello guys, and what is going on? And yes, welcome to the first episode of my FIFA 14 career mode. So, it is with Chelsea. I'm starting off at Chelsea, but after this I'm gonna move to another club, and then another club, and then another club, and this is probably gonna be the only career mode I do on FIFA 14. I'm just gonna be switching clubs, obviously, in the game, so it's actually gonna be a career, not just with one team. So yeah, I'm gonna do it with Chelsea, and obviously just to start off, just to get a few solid seasons, win some trophies, then move on to another team that will be maybe more challenging. I don't know. But anyways, as you can see by their expectations, they want us to win everything. But guys, first of all, I'm going to hire some scouts, and this is not for the global transfer network. This is for the normal scouting network with like youth players, not obviously with real players. Just so those of you who are confused about that, these scouts, the ones I'm signing right now, are for the normal just youth academy ones, but obviously the game already gives you some scouts for the global transfer network, which you will see later on in this episode, because I make a few good signings in this episode, none of them too unrealistic, none of them too big. I don't use even close to all my transfer money, but yeah, so my scouts do arrive. That obviously they want us to win the cup, and yeah, so guys, this is going to be a great career mode, and another thing I'm doing is going to be called the SNF Player of the Year Award. So basically what that's going to be is every game, the best performers, I'm going to choose the 3 best performers in the game, the best performer in the game getting 3 points, the second best getting 2 points, and obviously the one after that who was well but was the worst of the 3 getting 1 point. So basically guys, the point of this is to decide who the player of the season is, and so yeah, for instance, if Eden Hazard does well, Demba Ba does well, and Juan Mata are all outstanding, but Hazard scores a hat-trick, he'll get 3 points. Demba Ba maybe scores a goal, gets an assist, and plays very well, he'll get 1 point. Then Mata will get 2 points, maybe for getting like 3 assists. The more points they get, the better they performed, and only 3 players will get points every game. So obviously, that will become more clear to you later. But as you can see there, we reject an offer for Petr Cech. I've already played FIFA 14 career mode a little bit. Obviously, not recorded, but just playing it a little bit. But yeah. So guys, obviously, we signed some good players in this episode. You're gonna see, but for Gary Cahill, obviously we counteroffered 8 million, and they offered 7.5, and I said, okay, that's close enough. You can take him. So that's what we do, and obviously then we reject all offers for Juan Mata because we are not selling him. So yeah, that was a pretty obvious choice. But yeah guys, so obviously and then transfer talks break down between Cahill and Marseille, which is disappointing for Cahill because that's going to be the wrong choice by him, because he's not going to play very much, because this season I'm going to play Terry, and then as Aki improves and Terry gets worse, eventually Aki will be in the first team instead, and David Luiz is always going to be in the first team. And I do set these instructions for my scouts right here, guys. So Chris Flint, he is my best scout right now, 4-star judgment, I believe, and then 5-star experience. So I am going to send him to England to find a player that is strong and promising. So I'm hoping he can do that. It doesn't seem too hard. That's only 2 things, and you can do maximum of 6. But as you can see, obviously Marseille look pretty desperate for a center back, so they offer 8 million for David Luiz, and I'm like, no. And I just reject it. David Luiz is not for sale. I do the disallow all offers things, and I think that's a little bit unrealistic, because in real life, players are unsettled. Teams can keep making transfer offers and unsettle the player, but in this game that is not the case. But as you can see, I reject an offer for Lukaku because he is a huge part of my plans in this career mode, guys. Because in FIFA 14 you require strength, you require speed. He has all those things, and obviously he's young and he has some serious potential, so he is very, very, very important to my plans in this career mode. He's gonna play striker for the most part. He and Dato, obviously, and Ba are gonna compete for that role, but you'll see what happens later in the career. Obviously, I've played way ahead in this career, and it gets exciting, I'll just say that. But obviously I'm only awarding points for the SNF Player of the Year for first of all, for competitive games, and second of all, for games that are not simmed. So and obviously this one is our first game of this career mode, our first simmed game. And Eto scores for us. Obviously this game I wasn't playing Lukaku, but eventually Lukaku will be part of the first team, you'll see. But Eto and Hazard well, Eto gets his second and Hazard scores, and it's a very, very strong start to this career mode. Eto gets a hat trick actually, and then sorry, I just burst. But at full time it is 4-0 to us, so that is a very strong start. Then we get an offer for Fernando Torres, and he's not part of my plans. You know, he's the opposite of Lukaku. He's not gonna be in my plans. And even though it's from Arsenal, who are a rival club, I still just decide to accept it because I'm not gonna use Torres, obviously. And then we decide to start making some transfers. And the first player I am going to go for is this guy called Bakali, and he is from PSV. You probably know him, but in career mode, he has a massive potential. His potential is huge. So yeah, that's him right there, Zakaria Bakali, and I am definitely going to look to sign him. Obviously I am gonna make an offer, as you will see right here. With the new global transfer network, you can't see the player's rating right away, and I like that. It's pretty cool. It's a lot more realistic. You know, the signings, you know, you actually have to use skill and not just look at the player's rating. But I approached PSV to buy him, and you'll see but I know in Ultimate Team he's 73 rated, so obviously in career mode he's most likely going to be 73 rated as well. So I decided to offer Victor Moses and 4 million as well, because he is only 17 years old, guys. He has bags of potential, and I'm sure he will be brilliant. Obviously at first he's not going to play as much for us. I might even loan him out in January. I just gave something away that I didn't loan him out this transfer window. But yeah, so you know, you never know with these, you know. But I also decide to go for this guy Marco Verratti. You know him from PSG. PSG signed him to be the next Andre Pirlo, but I am gonna sign him from PSG. So I'm just gonna ask my scout to scout him, and I'm gonna inquire about him, you know, because I don't know how much PSG are going to want for him. So, but he looks like he has good potential as well. 77 rated, I believe. That's, you know, you'll see once we get into the game. He is 77 rated. But we have sold Fernando Torres to Arsenal, and then the PSG respond to my Verratti inquiry saying that they want 13 million. But I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna improvise a little bit. I'm gonna offer them Mikel and 9 million. That was always what was gonna happen, because Mikel, I think he's class in real life. I think he's very underrated, but on FIFA he is kind of shit. So yeah, I am gonna just offer Mikel and 9 million for Verratti, and I think that's totally worth it, because I have plenty of money. I don't need Mikel. I have Lampard, I have Ramirez, I have Van Ginkel. I have a lot of very good players. And then our next friendly, guys, is against Lyon. And, you know, again, we're away this time, so simming is a lot harder away. Obviously, it's a whole nother story. You know, I lose most of my sim games away, at least in FIFA 13 that was the case, but we get off to a good start here with Oscar, which surprised me. I was thinking I was gonna lose this just because I was away, nothing else. Sim games are pretty hard to win when you're away, but eventually Oscar gets a double, and he does get us the win against Lyon. So yeah, very, very good start to preseason, guys. 2 wins from 2 games, both against French opposition, who are pretty decent. And then we get an offer for Dembaba from Wolfsburg. I was thinking, maybe, but then, you know, it's only 8.5 million, and I want more than that for Ba. So I do decide to counteroffer 11 million. If they're willing to pay that much, then I will happily sell him to Wolfsburg. I'm loaded with strikers right now. I have Lukaku. I have, Lukaku, Eto, and obviously I just feel like I don't need Ba. He'll just be sitting in the reserves. But then Zakaria Labyad, Zakaria Bakali, Labyad was in my last Everton career mode, but Bakali does oh my god, what am I saying? PSV accept the transfer offer, so I offer Bakali a contract. And this time I'm actually honest with him. I say he's going to be a squad rotation player, and I was wondering if he's going to accept, because, you know, in FIFA 13 they usually didn't accept if you told them that they weren't going to have a big role, but I decided just to try it out for FIFA 14, you know, maybe they'll still accept. And here I do put De Bruyne on the transfer list. He looks like a very class player. He looks like he could be brilliant in seasons to come, but for now, I can't see him playing. But this is our first scouting report, guys. And as you can see, it's not very good. I was a little bit disappointed. No players with 90+ potential, which is a little bit annoying. And then Wolfsburg decide they don't want to buy Dembaba for 11 million. But, you know, there is some good news, because Verratti well, the transfer offer for Verratti is accepted, so we just offer him a nice wage, and we decide he's going to be an important first-team player, which he is. I'm going to play him a decent amount, guys, because slowly he's going to fill in the role for Lampard or Ramirez or whoever, but, this is our last preseason game, and it is against Villarreal. But first, Bakali does actually accept the contract, even though I said he was going to be a squad rotation player. So, yeah, that's exciting because I know I have a lot of players in his position because he'll play right attacking mid, and obviously Chelsea have so many of those creative players, but none of them are gonna get as good as Bakali. At least, well, obviously some of them are. Mata will, Oscar might, Hazard will, but Bakali is just a great addition, I feel like, and even if he doesn't play that much, he'll still improve, and then I can sell him on for more later. And as you can see here, Hazard gets a double, then Oscar scores. Both of those guys are in great form, and I believe Hazard does get his hat trick here. I'm not too positive, but I think Hazard. Yeah, there you go. So Hazard does get a hat trick. Obviously, Hazard is my favorite player in real life, so that is good news. And yeah, so obviously we do send De Bruyne out on loan to Parma. It's just a short-term loan, just to get him some playing time, get him warmed up, so then maybe he will be able to compete. I could still play him in cup matches. It's not like he'll never play, but I just feel like he needs a little bit time just playing. So I think short-term loans are 2 or 3 months. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so I believe we do sign Verratti right there. I actually was not looking at the screen, but I believe we signed Verratti, and then we disallow all the offers for Petr Cech, because I'm not going to sell him until Courtois comes back on loan. But yeah, so guys, anyways, I hope you have enjoyed the first episode of Career Mode. I'm going to be uploading this series consistently, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.